Well, hello there, my friends. It's me, Stu, here for you, and I'm joined by the one and only Amy Porterfield. Amy, how the heck are you?
Well, I am wonderful. Thanks for having me. How the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm still in my new office. There is no furniture. If it's a little echoey, it's because I don't even have rugs or anything in here yet. But we're getting settled, and I'm excited to chat with you because, as I mentioned, we have just moved, and I was unpacking a bunch of things. And Amy, you're gonna love this. I came across a little gem, from back in the day. My first ever course.
Oh, cannot.
Okay.
Out of the box and unleash
Yes.
your creative genius. Riveting.
Yes. Riveting. And then you'll love this. This is going to date me a little bit, Amy, but here we go. Full on CDs.
Stop it. And I bet when you got those DVDs, you felt like, holy cow, I am so fancy.
Buddy, I remember, this just shows like how far we've come. I remember that I had a CD duplicator, and I thought I was just the bomb. I'm like, doesn't matter how many people buy this course, I'm going to be able to fulfill it.
Okay, this is the coolest thing ever. Wait a second. How long have you been in this game? Like, how long? Because I was not in it when we were doing DVD duplicators.
So this was like 2004.
Stu, you have been doing this for so long. When I say I've been in the game for almost 13 years, that is well ahead of most people. You are the original OG, and you're actually younger than me. So that is very impressive.
I'm like an internet.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm like an internet grandpa. But I just thought it was hilarious because, like, when you look at this and you look at, like, I used to deliver it via CDs, and oh my goodness, man, things have come a long ways. And this is kind of one of the things that we are going to talk about here today. We're going to talk about, one, why I believe in courses and why I've had courses and have been delivering courses since 2004, why they are an integral part of our business alongside memberships. They're like the 1-2 combo. And then I also want to hear, like, because you've been doing it for a long time, I want to hear one of your big juicy mistakes. And I've got a couple fun mistakes that I will share. Actually, while I was creating this little doozy. So let's dive right in. You have memberships. You also have courses. Mm-hmm. Courses is your world. Talk to me about how you see them going together.
So I absolutely love having both. For years and years and years, I just had a course. And then Stu was in my ear about, you really need a membership. You really need a membership. And then one day I went to him and I said, my course is doing so well. Like, people are getting huge results. They're loving it. But they get really sad when the course ends. And I am an Enneagram 2. I'm the helper. So I want everyone to be very happy and very supported. And that's when I was like, I don't know what to do now. And he's like, hello, I've been knocking on your door all this time. You need a membership. So now I have a course. I have multiple courses and a membership. And it feels like I can take care of my students at a level that never before I was able to do. So it feels like it all comes together like a fully supportive package.
And you're with people a lot longer. So it's like you're part of their journey from the beginning of learning all the things in the course to then, like, implementing and getting the results with the membership. And so talk to me a little bit about this, because there's always a lot of confusion. I love to hear your thoughts about, when people hear course and membership, they're like, wait a minute, am I teaching completely different things? Like, how is that structured? Like, how do you think about that?
Okay, so the way I think about it is that my course is the step-by-step how-to. It's the roadmap. It's the blueprint. It's everything you need to do to get the results that I'm promising. But my membership is the implementation. You're not going to get it all done in the 10 weeks that I'm with you. I mean, creating a course and launching it multiple times, you're going to do that over a long period of time. So now I get to go on the journey with you while you're implementing and while you're up leveling. So my membership follows out of my course. So now we're getting the work done, and then we're doing it better the next time and the next time. So you're right. I was losing touch with people that were still doing everything I was teaching them. So now I get to go on the journey with them longer.
One of the things, thank you for that. One of the things that I'm grateful to you for, and we talked about this in our previous live together, was just you opened my eyes to the fact that there are a multitude of different types of courses. You know, this little doozy used to be my signature course, my Mac Daddy course called Creativity Secrets. Actually, you know what I should have done too, because I found those downstairs as well. I found the next evolution of this. I got even more fancy.
No, you did not. That's good stuff to keep forever.
I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want the, you know, I was X-Acto knifing the spines, you know, to slide them down. I mean, I get it, but I did up level it. But I used to think that it was like one course. It had to be like everything jammed into this one course. You've really opened my eyes to there are different courses that can serve different purposes in your business. And I'm super grateful for that. And I want to recommend everybody, if you haven't watched that previous live, to definitely go and do that.
Yeah.
I'm interested though, because you've been doing this for a while and you've been helping tens of thousands of people create courses as well. So I want to get a little personal with you. I want to know, like, what is like a major mistake that you've made as it relates to creating your courses?
Oh, I've made many, for the record. But one of the ones that stands out the most, because it included the many tiers, and it included my husband, Hobie, having to say, you need to get it together. This is enough. So the first time I launched a digital course, I made a whopping $267. The course was $297, for the record. So I didn't even make enough for one unit after expenses. And the reason why it was not a success is because I launched a course where I wasn't the expert who has gotten results in that area. So let me back up a little bit. In the very beginning days, I was desperate to be known for something. I wanted to rush everything. I wanted the success yesterday. So I decided, you know what? I know social media well. And so a lot of people are launching books. I'm going to create a digital course to teach you how to launch a book using social media. I had never launched a book in my life. And so I go out with this course. And if you ever struggle with having confidence in selling, if you're ever scared to sell or fearful of selling online, one of the main components is because you don't have confidence in what you're selling. So I never had launched a book using social media. And now I was selling something where I hadn't gotten results. So I sold it. And my voice was shaky when I would start to sell it. I would do like 2 minutes of selling and then like get off camera. I was so freaked out because I didn't know the content well. So that's why I made $267. I cried for a week. I have this, I talk about this black cotton robe that I got from Target that I literally didn't take off for a week. And it was like, I need you to get dressed. I need you to get in the shower, get dressed. Like, you are being ridiculous right now. Get back in the game. But I made it mean that I wasn't worthy, that I wasn't cut out to be an entrepreneur. I should go back to my job. Like, I made it mean all these things that were not true. But now it's like the biggest blessing in disguise. And every single mistake is because now I teach, before you create a digital course, make sure that you've gotten results for yourself or for your clients or customers or a family member. You just need to have gotten those results. You don't need to be an expert of all experts. You don't need a big college degree. You don't need years of certification. Just have gotten results in that area so you can teach how you got the results. So huge lesson, but lots of tears, for the record.
Well, and it's a lot easier to get started with a course in that fashion because you only have to help one person. Like, you just have to help one person get that result. And then you have this story that demonstrates the value of what you're providing. And you just keep telling that story over and over and over, because that one story will lead to 3 will lead to 10 will lead to 100. But you just need one, right?
Yes, one. And that's what's so incredibly powerful. So many of my students who have had 5-figure and 6-figure launches, they've created courses based on the experience and results they've gotten for themselves. They've lost 50 pounds. They've ran that first marathon when they were literally on a couch, right when they decided to do it and had no experience. They've gotten their picky toddlers to eat dinner every single night. They've gotten the results for themselves. And other people are like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Teach me. And those were their digital courses that were successful.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you my mistakes.
I can't wait.
So I one of the things that I did right. So I'll talk about what I did right first, so that we can kind of hopefully offset it a little bit. But one of the things I did right was I didn't wait to create everything first before I got started. So I was creating it, the course material with the 12 students that signed up for this first time around as we were going. Now this is, as I said, 2004. This was before YouTube. Like what? So online video wasn't even a thing. So I was delivering the course material via teleseminar. Okay. So gotta paint paint the scene for everybody. Now I was also, I was living in my parents' basement at the time.
Stop it. Stop. That sounds sexy.
Right? I mean, truth be told, I'd probably still be there if it wasn't for my wife, but that's another story. So I'm in my parents' basement. Now that's important because module 1 starts and everybody, the 12 people, they dial in and I'm trying to be, Mr. Professional, like got it all together. And so I start teaching and I'm going. And about 45 minutes into it, I didn't have any water, Amy, and my mouth is starting to get like really dry. Like that awkward dry when your lips start smacking.
Yes.
And now I'm self-conscious about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And I listened to the recordings afterwards and that's all I could hear.
Grown up, I can't handle mouth noises.
Oh, it was just like, it was brutal. So I'm like, okay, get it together, Stu. So next module, the following week, I had tons of water and I'm like, I'm not going to have this problem. I'm chugging. Sure enough, 45 minutes into it, I gotta go pee. Like I can't hold it anymore. So I said to everybody, I did like a brainstorming exercise.
Oh yes.
Like take a couple minutes to brain. And then I bust to the washroom to go to the washroom. So then the third week, I'm like, okay, I got like how much I need. I'm good. And partway through, my mom comes down the stairs and my mom's like, Stuart, it's dinner time. Oh, you're on a call. I'm so sorry.
No.
I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so I said to everybody, I'm like, apologize about that. That's my mom, and it's dinner time. So
my cheeks hurt. Oh my God, I'm dying.
So I learned a lot in that process. About getting myself prepared and creating an environment that is conducive to be able to teach properly. But we share all this because as we have made many mistakes over the years, dating back to my very first course with good old, CDs, you learn a lot in this process and you get better and you get better and you get better. And as a result of that, our company wouldn't exist had it not been for our signature program that we've delivered during the last 5 years. We've been able to help tens of thousands of people, and it has been crucial to our business. And I know the same is true for you and for all the students that you share. And coming up, you and I are going to be doing a mini workshop where we're going to be talking about like the 5 little known mistakes that course creators make. Can you kind of set this up for us and talk about what we're going to discuss during that workshop?
Yes. So I've identified in the many, many years of doing this, I've identified these course mistakes and they're not just one-off occurrences. They're actually proven problems that have come up over and over and over again to keep really well-intentioned, incredibly intelligent entrepreneurs stuck. And so I don't want that Google Doc to be full of great ideas for a digital course and never move out of the Google Doc. And I also want to make sure that if you've got this idea, I show you how to bring it to life. So we're going to take these 5 mistakes. I'm going to break them down, show you why they're mistakes, but more importantly, show you what to do instead so that you don't even make the mistakes. You don't have to overcome the mistakes. We're not even going to make them in your future. So you've got to get on it because we're going to talk about filming your actual digital course, equipment that people use, what works, what doesn't work. And we're also going to be talking about launching your course, email marketing, social media, all of that. Do you hear that? Do you hear like a weird echoing?
I hear a whole lot of awesomeness coming from your lips, but I mean, that's about it on my end.
I was like, who's that girl that keeps yelling? It was me. It was me that was coming up behind myself. So filming and email marketing and funnels and launching and webinars, we're going to get into all of that on the masterclass.
One of the things that I love, and people will get this as soon as they go to coursemistakes.com, is they will also get a downloadable that they can use, the print out, follow along as they go along. And you've also got, and I want to make sure people understand this, like an amazing fill in the blank pack that people will get when they show up live. Talk to us about that.
Okay. So here's the thing. There is magic in showing up live. I know it for a fact. You're more focused. Hopefully you ask me questions, you get engaged, and you really decide if you're a good fit for a digital course or not in the moment. So if you show up live, I want to reward you for doing so. So I have created something called the Lead Magnet Social Share Super Pack. And what it is, it's literally a fill in the blank, multiple templates. You fill in the blanks and you can post it on social media to get people to join your email list. Because when you have an email list, it's easier to sell your course. So the two go hand in hand, and I teach them hand in hand. And so if you want to grow your email list, if this is something you've been thinking about, show up live. That bonus is yours the first few minutes you arrive.
It's amazing. And it's all free. All you got to do, my friends, is go to coursemistakes.com. You're going to see a cute little picture of Amy and I. Amy, do you remember when we took this picture?
Wait, I need to see the picture. Should I just go there right now? I'm here.
It's the one when, you know, like we were doing a mini photo shoot to take, and we were wearing like the same thing. And we're like, what?
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Oh, that's at my house in California. I'm already sad. I miss that house. That was such a fun day. You guys need to go. Coursemistakes.com. This was a really fun day, and we're going to bring all the fun back in our masterclass together.
Yeah, amazing. All right, my friend. I know you got to run. Thank you so much for swinging by. Thank you for sharing your mistakes. Hopefully people got a kick out of hearing about my mistakes with my first ever course dating back to 2004. It's a beauty. But listen, we all start somewhere. And what Amy and I both want is for you to get off to the best start ever. Come join us by going to coursemistakes.com. Amy's going to outline 5 little known mistakes that most course creators are making, whether they realize it or not. And more importantly, how to combat those and set yourself up for success. Amy, any final thoughts?
My final thought is every single person has a digital course in them, whether you know it or not. So show up for the masterclass, and I'll make sure that you really understand what that digital course can do for your business.
You're awesome. Everybody go to coursemistakes.com. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.